Hello everyone, Chris Gaming here and welcome back to another video. We're obviously back with the LMP Championship for F1 2015, but I just have a bit of a disclaimer before we start this episode. I made some errors and I actually forgot to hit the record button for the start of 3 of the next 4 races, and they are Bahrain, Spain and Canada. Canada's the worst one because I didn't start it till lap 5. I do apologise in advance, and I don't know how I did this. But just as a quick note in the future, just before anyone says anything, and that is the problem that we face. So, without any further ado, let's head in to the Bahrain Grand Prix. So here we are as we cut on to just the end of lap 1. So I haven't missed too much, so it's not too much of an issue. We've got Valtteri Bottas closing in, trying to have a look at the inside into the last corner. It's not going to happen. Nico Rosberg, however, that is a problem, however. Watching Nico Rosberg, who is our main championship rival as it stands, who setting fastest laps, that doesn't fill me with a whole lot of hope, because I definitely want to get some points over him, but I don't want to see that Williams charging up behind me. And he doesn't, so we hold our position. Mind a bit of a cut there. Apologies. But yeah, we started very low down the field. We ended up in near the back somewhere. So to get up to P12 at the end of the first lap, I was pretty happy with, considering our starting position. However, we're just now trying to get the McLaren of Fernando Alonso, and I believe it's the Sauber of Felipe Nasr in front of him. So heading up the inside now, getting on the inside of Alonso and the inside of Felipe Nasr, but sticky Sidepods strikes again, and we fall behind Fernando. This is the one thing I hate about the online AI, and generally about this game, the sticky Sidepods. As I say that, it happens again. It's the most annoying thing. You try to overtake. The AI, because of their nature, they turn into you. And yeah, that move was reckless, apparently. Yeah, nothing to do with the fact that the AI turned into me and our side pods got stuck together. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's my fault. I was the reckless one. It's just, I don't understand how it works. But as I keep ranting about that, we get up the inside of Valtteri Bottas and Felipe Nasr back into P10. So we're back where we should be. So as we cut now onto the end of lap 3, we're lining up a move on Will Stevens. He has got a bit of a lucky starting position. And it's a manner, so clean as you like, up the inside, done. Now here comes some more of the interesting moves, because that is one of our fellow human players, LMP statistic ahead, as you can see in the Force India. Not the easiest of cars to overtake when you're on a Red Bull, to be honest. But fairly good straight line speed, and he's pretty good at the game, to be honest. So we're trying to follow him through the second DRS zone, obviously. You can just see, though, the difference kind of between here. I'm not sure it's because he's in the Force India or what it was, but the lines you can take in the Red Bull are just so much more clean and cut than they are in the Force India. As we try to get up the inside here on the switchback, and running side by side down the back straight. Still side by side, bit of contact there. I'm guessing he didn't mean that. More contact. I almost spin out. Not quite. Almost spinning out there. That was so close. Almost. And carrying on now to the main straight with the DRS open. Can we get up the inside into turn 1? Late on the brakes. And there we go, hanging out to dry, clean as you like, into P8 now. This is some good racing, I must say. Makes a nice change as well, especially considering some of the races we've had so far. So, on to lap 5, up the inside of Sergio Perez. No sticky side pods this time, we've got him. Clean as you like. We kind of both, my two seem to be popular overtaking spots for this race was into that hairpin coming out of the S's, and the second to last corner for some reason, and the first corner obviously, just because that's the most popular overtaking spots. Everyone overtakes there. Apologies, voice. So now trying to catch Marcus Ericsson in the Sauber. Shouldn't be too hard a move. He's in a Sauber. It's probably one of the slowest cars in the field, excluding Manor and McLaren. And up the inside, into the second to last corner. There you go. Done and done. Into P6. Cutting now on to lap 6 in P6, and we're going to head into the pits. Side by side with Verstappen. Contact again. It's been a bit of a rough one, this race. Certainly been into the pits. It's a pretty good stop from the guys. I've got a bit held up by Marcus Ericsson. And luckily, though, it didn't cost us too much. What was about to cost us, though, is this game just completely showing me the middle finger. What was that? Verstappen was behind me in the pit lane, and he just teleported ahead of me. There's multiple things to call on that. I call aliens and favoritism. What? I have no words for that. At least we still have prime tyres on. It hasn't done that glitch. How's that? Something didn't break for once. So moving on to the end of lap 7. We're on the tail of all people. It's Lewis Hamilton. Everyone else is making their pit stops now, so we're up to P6, P5. So we gained one position out of the pit stops, and we've gained another up the inside of possibly one of the most difficult people to overtake, and that's Hamilton, done and done. However, we've got another human player now. It's Dark Gunner 40. And we did agree to him that I'd swap cars with him, because he was in the Red Bull and I was in the Williams. So I gave him the Williams in part exchange, basically, for the Red Bull. Hamilton had tried to have a bit of a look there, but nothing to come of it. So as we cut now later on into lap 8, into the second DRS zone, trying... straight just isn't long enough again. And also, again, you can see here, the Red Bull's so much easier to drive through the corners. It's just got so much more downforce. And honestly, the Red Bull more suits my driving style, because I like cars that have a lot of good handling. And the Williams, it was good in the corners, but if you go from a Williams to a Red Bull, you see the difference and you feel the difference, and you just think, oh wow, thank goodness I'm out of the Williams. At least when it comes to corners. When it comes to straights, however, that's a bit of a different story. However, DRS, Slipstream, and in Rich Mix, I think it was, maybe, I don't know, up to 205, and that's more than enough. Up the inside, lace on the brakes, and we've got him. He's having a look at the inside again, having to drive off the circuit, trying not make contact with him. He's got the Williams, obviously, so he's got superb straight line speed, trying to look up the inside, dives it up the inside. We're trying to hold it around the outside. Are we going to go side by side into the S's, or am I going to get the drive? Who's going to lift first? It's Gunner. So we've just got that P3 position. That was so close for a while. Bit running off a bit there. Oh, the racing is spectacular this afternoon. So as we cut now onto the final lap, because even though the race was very good overall, there were still some boring bits, and between lap 9 and 14, okay, yeah, lap 10 and 13, let's say, I was just trying to catch Raikkonen. I was giving it everything, and there we go, out of the S's, up the inside of the Ferrari, on the final lap of all times. Nico Rosberg has all but got this in the bag now. He can't lose this race unless he has some kind of mechanical issue, but those are so rare on this game, then... Well, those are so rare on this game, then you may as well wish for the cars to start flying instead of Nico Rosberg to retire. However, Raikkonen does have the Ferrari, so he's got the straight line speed. He's having a look up the inside into the hairpin. We're going side by side into one of these corners. Bottom G6's the fastest of the race. He made a very late pit stop for option tyres, but Raikkonen banks out. Looks as though we've got P2 in the bag. And then Vettel sets the fastest lap of the race. I think he may have made a late pit stop as well. I'm not 100%. But as we go down the back straight now, the top 3 is all but decided now. Rosberg, I'm pretty sure, is just... There we are. He's won the race. A bit annoyed about that, must be honest. But near the back to second place, and as well with all the sticky side pods, I can't be disappointed at all. That was a very good race in the end. And now as we watch on the spectator cameras, we're just having a quick look at LMP statistic. I'm not sure what happened to him in the race, but he's ended up in P11. And he's trying to catch Jenson Button on this final lap. He's really close. He's trying, you can tell. But can they get him? Surely back straight. Force India on a back straight against the McLaren. Should be easy peasy done. The game decides, no, not today, not today. And he's trying to have a quick look at the inside. Can he get the drive? No, I don't think he's got enough. And no, he hasn't done it. He hasn't done it in the end. So LMP statistic will end up P11. I was second. Gunner was 14th. Sorry, 4th. But when I was at 14th, 4th, sorry. And Boss MG, you saw it at the end there, was P15. So yeah, that'll do it for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Rosberg winning from myself, Kimi Räikkönen, Gunnar, Hamilton, and then it was Perez, Verstappen, Ericsson, Kvyat, and Button in the top 10, then LMP statistic just outside. But yeah, that'll do it for this episode, guys. If you liked it, show your appreciation, like, and then we still got a lot of races to go, so if you want to see more of this, then do subscribe for more F1 2015. And yeah, I guess kind of that'll be it. We'll see you next time when we go to Catalonia for pre-season tests. I mean the LMP Championship. I'll see you then, guys. And goodbye.